The parish of Saint Julien dates back to the 7th century. Originally named Saint Julien de Reynac, the town became known as Saint Julien Béchevel in the early 20th century, combining the name of the small port and that of the hamlet, famous for its fine wines. Starting in the 17th century, aristocrats and other landowners made the most of the wine-growing potential of their outstanding terroir. They were responsible for creating the great estates included in the 1855 classification. Chateau Louisville Barton. In 1826, Hugh Barton, owner of the Chateau Langeau Barton, purchased part of the vineyards of the Louisville estate, which was then renamed Louisville Barton. The quality of the estate's wines was acknowledged in the famous 1855 classification, when it was listed as a second growth. The estate is still owned by the Barton family, who believe very much in the importance of the terroir. Together, they produce signature Saint Julien wines with superb finesse, balance, and a long-lasting freshness. Twice in the history of the Bartons, one of the family members has been forced to flee from France. In 1793, Hugh returned to Ireland during the French Revolution, and later, Ronald had to temporarily abandon the chateau in 1940. He returned in 1945 to produce a mythical vintage. Today, Lillian Barton Sartorius represents the 9th generation of Bordeaux wine growers, and the oldest family to still own a great growth estate. The vineyard has around 50 hectares. The soil consists of gravel on a clay subsoil, and its wines are aged for a period of 18 months depending on the year of harvest. The percentage of new barrels they use is 60%. The variety of grapes used in the wine is 74% Cabernet Sauvignon, 23% Merlot, and 3% Cabernet Franc depending on the year of harvest. Chateau Talbot. This imposing estate owes its name to Constable Talbot, the English general and governor of the province of Guyenne, who was defeated at the famous Battle of Castellon in 1453. In an ideal location bordering the Garonne estuary, Talbot's vines are grown on some of the region's most prized gravelly rises, renowned for producing great wines. Talbot is one of the oldest estates in the Medoc. It has been in the hands of experienced managers for centuries, and always shown to be worthy of its inclusions in the 1855 classification. Owners of Talbot since 1918, the Cordier family have perpetuated their predecessors' commitment to quality. At Talbot, wine is very much past, present, and future, whereby traditional techniques are combined with technical innovations. Thanks to an alliance between mankind and nature, as well as generations of experience, this outstanding terroir produces wines which vary depending on the vintage, but are always well balanced and complex. The vineyard has around 105 hectares. The soil is based on Medoc gravel, and its wines are aged for a period between 14 and 16 months depending on the year of harvest. The percentage of new barrels they use is between 50 and 60%, also depending on the year of harvest. variety of grapes used in the wine is 68% Cabernet Sauvignon, 28% Merlot, and 4% Petit Verdot, depending on the year of harvest. Chateau Lagrange. Chateau Lagrange's reputation as a wine-growing estate emerged in the 17th century. Lagrange was classified as a third growth in the 1855 classification thanks to the passion and hard work of Count Duchatel, who owned the chateau from 1842 to 1874. The estate stretches over 280 hectares, 120 of which are dedicated to wine growing. In 1983, the Suntory Group, a leading Japanese wine and spirits firm, acquired Lagrange and invested heavily in a spectacular renovation. Priority was given to the vineyard, followed by modernizing the vat room and cellars. Efforts undertaken since the 1980s have helped produce powerful, elegant wines characteristic of great St. Julien wines. Today, a new duo, Matthew Bourdet and Keiichi Shina, continue the quest for excellence, producing environmentally friendly wines that limit the estate's carbon footprint. The vineyard has around 118 hectares. The soil consists of Tugun's gravel rises, and its wines are aged from a period between 18 to 20 months depending on the year of harvest. The percentage of new barrels is 60%, and the variety of grapes are 68% Cabernet Sauvignon, 27% Merlot, and 5% Petit Verdot, depending on the year of harvest.